What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Basement Buffs. This video is all the things I watched in February, and it'll probably just be called What I Watched in February. And the reason we're doing this is because I have picked up two full-time jobs, and we're very busy. We're both busy. We've got the podcast, we've got the games, we've got this. So, simply put, to do a review of everything I watch in a month, I can't. I can't. But I can do this. And also, because we're recording this in March, and it's the first video we've recorded in March. Shamrocks. Killing it. March themed. I'm out here. I'm probably going to wear this in every video that we record during the month of March. But this is about the movies I watched in February, and I watched more than I remembered. Like I at first I was like, shit, I gotta put together the list, and then I put together the list, and I was like, oh my god, I watched more than I thought, because I've been really busy, and I still found time to watch 12 movies, which isn't that much by my own standards. I've already watched 6 this month, which is almost one a day so far, but like it was still a lot with how busy we were. The first movie I watched, I started the month of February. I started with a great movie called The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. It was bad. It was really bad. Denzel Washington does fine. Rami Malek isn't great, but I've never liked Rami Malek, actually. Unpopular opinion. I don't think he's that great an actor. I think he did really well as Freddie Mercury that one fucking time, but let's stop jerking him off. I didn't like it. Jared Leto was okay. The ending fucking sucked. Really not a great movie. It really pissed me off because I wanted it to be really good because I love Denzel Washington. I'll watch anything that he's in. Clearly, 3 out of 10. I followed it up with a great movie called Judas and the Black Messiah, starring Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, about Fred Hampton, and the Black Panther Party, and how he was sold out to the feds and killed by the government, which is a bad look on the government's part, but they also admitted to it very quickly, like quicker than they normally admit to doing bad shit. They were like, yeah, we got him. Like, it was a good thing, and it was a bad thing. But the movie is amazing. Everybody in it is amazing. The story it tells is heartbreaking, but it does a really good job of pulling you in and making you feel for every character. You know what's going to happen. You know what Lakeith Stanfield's character is going to do, but you still are hoping that he won't do it, even by the end of the movie when it's happened. Like, you're still thinking maybe he won't. Everybody in this movie was great. The movie itself was great. I love it. I hope it gets a lot of award recognition. 8 out of 10. I followed this up with a terrible movie, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I wanted to watch cheesy popcorn action movie with monsters fighting monsters. Not really what I got. I watched Millie Bobby Brown, whatever the fuck her name is, get followed around and chased around by her father, played by the coach from Friday Night Lights. Not Billy Bob Thornton, but the actor who plays the coach in Friday Night Lights, the TV show. I don't remember his name. He was also in Bloodline. I don't know his fucking name. I don't know him. Vera Farmiga's in it, and so is old guy from Game of Thrones, but like the head of the Lannister house. I don't remember his name either. He plays evil British dudes now all the time. That's what he does. It was okay. It was fun to watch monsters fight for the 20 minutes at the end when they do fight, but overall, not great. 5 out of 10. Followed that up with Kong Skull Island. Fucking immaculate. What can I say? Tom Hiddleston, great. Samuel L. Jackson was an asshole in it, but great. John Goodman's there. He was cool. Brie Larson was in it, I guess. Everybody in it was okay. John C. Reilly was really fun in it. Like, he showed up at the end, and it's like, oh shit, that's awesome. Also, the monster violence in this movie was what I wanted. It was so fun. Kong is giant. There are these fucking bone monster things that are terrifying. There's good action sequences. It was exactly what I wanted. It was a lot better than Godzilla King of the Monsters, and for that, I'm giving it 6 out of 10. Then I watched The King of Staten Island, starring Pete Davidson. It was okay. It's not great, not terrible. Everybody in it does fine. I think it's funny. I've watched it a handful of times. I like it. Personally, I think it's good, but I understand the gripes that people have with it. It is too long. But there are moments in it that I love. I love the overall story of it. I love the character arc that Pete Davidson goes on. I love what it deals with family and friends and your friends being family and love and deserving love and all that stuff. I thought it was cool. Uh, it has really funny moments. It is too long though, but I like it. 7 out of 10. I also watched Wind River, starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, or Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. Great movie. If you haven't seen the movie, see the movie. Great movie. It came out a couple years ago. It's amazing. It's about an FBI agent called in to investigate a homicide and rape case on a Native American reservation where in Wyoming, where literally the entire police force is like 6 people and they have to cover an area that is like bigger than Manhattan. So impossible. And a young woman is murdered and raped. So it's like, oh no. And Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen try to solve the case, and it's just really well done. It's basically a modern day Western, it's great. It's a great movie. I think everybody should watch it. I followed that up with Nomadland. I'm not quiet about my opinion on Nomadland in terms of direction, cinematography, and acting and writing. It's really good. In terms of executing the direction of the writing with the good cinematography and the great acting, something happened. Something went wrong, and it wasn't good. It's not great. I don't love it. I don't love that it won like 6 fucking Golden Globes. I don't love that it's probably gonna win Oscars. Most of them. It's most likely gonna clean house. And I hate that. Because I get it. I understand why. It's amazing. It's a great movie in terms of like the story it's telling, how it achieved it, and how it draws you into the world of the movie. It does it all. It did a really good job of it. The issue, it was so fucking boring. It was so boring. That world was boring. And it shouldn't have been. It should have been amazing. And it sucked. And I hated it. 6 out of 10.
So sorry.
It's okay. I wanted to love it. I really wanted to love Nomadland. Like, Nomadland should be a 10 out of 10. It should be a 10 out of 10. And, like, in my head, there's the analytical side of me that's like, it's a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. And then there's the part of me that likes to sit and actually enjoy a movie. And this movie put them at war. So, like, the part of me that analyzes and picks apart movies, this movie's great. The part of me that would be like, yeah, let's watch a movie together. I would never in my wildest fucking dreams put this movie on. Gun to my head, date with like, you know, your dream woman. But you have to put this movie on or it won't work. It's not going to work. I'm not putting this fucking movie on. I'd rather figure something out than not put this movie on. It isn't entertaining at all. It wasn't great. It was great, but it was 6 out of 10. I'm done. I'm done talking about it. Fuck. I then followed that up by watching Richard Linklater's Before trilogy. Over the course of the month, I watched all 3 movies. I've seen them before multiple times. I own the Criterion Collection edition of the trilogy. It's an amazing trilogy. Everybody should watch this trilogy. I watched it the first time I ever watched it. I watched it from like 10 to 3 in the morning, randomly. I don't remember what came over me. I didn't even own the movies. I watched them on like 123movies.com. If you know, you know. That's a great website. Watched all 3 movies and was like, wow, these movies are amazing. And then I bought them. They're amazing. These movies are so good. They tell the story of a relationship played out by 2 people, Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. And it's just their relationship, the course of their relationship over fucking like 18 years. And it's insanity. It's crazy. The first movie came out in 95. The second movie came out in '04, and the third movie came out in 2013. And the cool thing about the movie is Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy play the same character through the relationship through all three movies. So like when they meet and they're young and they fall in love, it's like, oh, young love, how cute. And then the second movie, they're a little older and it's like, oh shit, wait, no, like they're getting older. And then the third movie, they're married with kids and it's like more hard hitting conversations about like philosophy and life. Uh, but they're great. The first one is very whimsical in a way. It's sort of like that question of, because it all starts by basically Ethan Hawke sees a pretty girl on a train and is like, hey, I have to get off at this next stop. You should come with me. And if you don't like me, you can just hop on the next train and go to wherever you're going. And that's what happened. Like they just walk around Vienna for a night. And it's amazing. It's so romantic. It's so good. And then the second one, they somehow didn't end up. It came out in '94. Fuck it. It's not a spoiler. They don't end up together by the end of the first movie. They have to go their separate ways because that's what happens in life. He has to go back to America. She gets on a train to Paris. They make a deal to meet up. It never happened. 9 years later, they somehow meet up. I'm not going to give it away fully because everybody should watch these three fucking movies. But they meet back up in Paris. And it's so great. The movie takes place in real time. It's like 78 minutes long because the character that Ethan Hawke plays has that long to get to the airport to fly back to the United States. So over the course of a little over an hour, you just watch these two people talk and fall in love all over again. And it's just so fucking great. I love it. It's such a good movie. I watch it when I'm sad. It doesn't fix it, but it makes me feel better. The third one, they're married with kids and it's serious. There's not like as much romance in that one. There's not these, like the second one takes place in Paris. The third one takes place in Vienna. The fourth one takes place largely in a car, at a house, and in a hotel. It's not as romantic. It's more these two people have learned how to now live with each other and acknowledge that they're in love while not now acting so whimsically in love. It's harder hitting, but I think the conversations are very real and I love it. I don't know from personal experience how real the conversations are. I'm not a middle-aged man married with 3 kids actually, but I like to romanticize shit. So, it's good. I love it. I love all three, but I think, Before Sunrise, 9 out of 10, Sunset, 10 out of 10. Immaculate movie. First 10 out of 10 I'm going to give. It's a great movie. And Midnight's 8 out of 10. I love Midnight, though. Midnight's great. I then followed that up with the last 2 movies I watched in February. I had a little Wes Anderson double feature for no fucking reason. But I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. Fantastic Mr. Fox is awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, like, where have you been? It came out and everybody was like, this movie's great. And over time, it hasn't become a cult classic because it didn't fail. Like when it came out, people were like, this movie's great, but it's just still grown in popularity. Like people still love it. People still watch it. It's on Disney Plus now, which I think is great. Everybody should watch it. Yeah. No, it's on Disney Plus. It's amazing. Everybody should watch it. It's awesome. It's really funny. It's a great like crime caper story with a heart. Like the family dynamic is great. There's one character, his son, that doesn't feel like he belongs in the family. And by the end of the movie, the dad, the fantastic Mr. Fox, if you will, like basically sits his son down for like, it's a 30-second conversation. And he's just like, nah, I'm proud of you. You're my son and I love you. But the way that it happens, it's just like, that's why he's such a fantastic Mr. Fox. That's amazing. It's a great movie and I love it. 8 out of 10. I followed it up by watching Isle of Dogs, Wes Anderson's other animated movie. I've never loved this movie, which annoys me because I really, really want to. Like when it came out, everybody was like, this movie's amazing. Because like Wes Anderson's a very idiosyncratic director. He makes a lot of movies. They all have the same distinct feel and look and writing and cast. He casts a lot of the same people. And so you know what to expect when you watch one of his movies. Like, you never don't know what you're getting into. With Isle of Dogs, for some reason, it is never connected with me. I've watched all of his movies. I own like 3 of them. I love his movies. They're all great. I've never loved this one. It's never clicked. And I put it on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it another shot. This time watching it, I liked it the most out of all the other times I've watched it. So that says something, I guess. I guess it's growing on me. But it's just, it doesn't hit me the same way his other movies do. But it's still really good. It's the story of a boy in Japan who lives on an island that has banned dogs completely. They're like, dogs are bad. They hurt people. They'll attack people. They're not good. They also can get you sick. We need to ban dogs. There's a dog flu. We got to get rid of them. So they put all the dogs on an island. And this little boy wants to go get his dog back because his dog was the first dog to be put on the island. And also, like, scientists cured the flu that dogs had and were giving to people. But the government was like, no, you didn't, and fucking squashed it. And so there's like a conspiracy side plot that's pretty fun, actually. I never realized how much I liked that subplot until I just watched it. But it's pretty heartfelt. Like, he goes to the island and he meets this group of dogs that help him search for his dog, and it's adorable and it's heartfelt and it's cute. Bryan Cranston plays the lead dog, and that's awesome because he's like a dick. And Bryan Cranston he has the right voice for playing a character that's like, I don't like you, and I'm never gonna like you, so don't touch me. Like, that coming out of a dog is like, oh shit, bad dog. Like, he's great. Everybody in it's good. It has very funny moments. It has very heartfelt moments. It's never connected with me the way that I wish it would, but it's still really great. 7 out of 10. That's everything I watched this month. I didn't really watch that many amazing things this month.
Well, what should people expect in the next video?
More movies. more than 12 movies.